In this section, I'm talking about the how your emotions and your mental health, your mindset may be affecting your weight loss program or your goal setting generally. Actually, remember, I'm talking about a general perspective. Okay, so I've done a couple of videos on body shaming and body image. I've had quite a couple of clients who literally had mental health issues as a result of body shaming, eating disorders, stress, burnout. Yes, as a result of body shaming. They've had diverse depressive disorders. I've had people who have had anxiety disorders. Some have tilted so badly, based on the classification, to schizophrenic disorders and personality that has, been affected as a result of body shaming. In this section, I'm talking about how your belief system affects your mental health. Remember, I said that. So earlier on, I was talking about body shaming and how a lot of my clients have had they've had diverse forms of psychological, issues, mental health issues because of body shaming. One person I know so well who may actually watch this video is, we grew up together, and some of the things that were said to us, consciously or unconsciously, comparatively, comparing this person with that person, actually made us grow up like with very low self-esteem. Why are you black? Why are you darker than this person? Why is your hair not as long as the other person? Why is your nail not as fine as those comparisons, those criticisms that body shame you and make you feel like your body is less of anything because you are not the same with somebody else. Why are you so fat? Please note, I am not an advocate of being unhealthy or having an unhealthy relationship with food, but you must understand and start from the place of self-acceptance, not self-based on accepting yourself based on where you are and remaining there. No. If you reject yourself, I love that quote by Joyce Meyer in her book Healing the Emotion. So you're going to be listening to the audiobooks I'll be reading to you very soon. She was talking about accepting yourself. You cannot be accepted by others when you are rejecting yourself. There is a limit to how much anybody can accept you when you have rejected yourself. So if you do not start from a place of self-acceptance, accepting the way you are right now, and that's why I made sure I got to this point. It may be the last, but you can listen to it first. It's very important. Accepting yourself. I got to the point where I felt I was too fat. Growing up, I had really high waist because I can't stand, and I'm not going to show you. For those that know me, you've seen me. I had really high waist, so it's like I had very long legs, and then you now see where the waist is up there. You even be looking for the waist because it was just like this. So if this is my body, this is like where the leg is, then the head is really big and with teeth showing everywhere, and then my waist is just at this point. And I was called, there was this cartoon figure, Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter had a sister, Didi. Then Cartoon Network, growing up, Dexter had a sister, Didi, and that was what I was called. You look like Didi. Didi, because this how she was. And it really made me feel so low, growing up. I felt like, no, because my body is not the same with somebody else. And I developed maybe, let me not say diverse, because I developed the other way around. Maybe others developed, this way. I felt, but it may not have been the reality. I really felt ugly. It made me I was beautiful, but the other parts, why there was discrepancy with even my whole self, I knew I was beautiful, yes, I felt ugly. You see how your beliefs can affect your progress or your goals and all the things you've said. So I knew deep within me that I was beautiful, but I felt ugly. And I felt that if I appreciate myself for being beautiful, these are beliefs, so these are things that probably we were told from the outside that has now somehow manifested and ingrained consciously or unconsciously into how we see ourselves presently. You know, if I look at myself in the mirror, it's a vanity matrix. It's like I'm proud. If I say I am beautiful, it's like I'm proud. I'm being proud. I'm being arrogant. I'm taking pride in my beauty that God gave me or that I was created. It's not mine. I shouldn't. Oh, there were so many, and there are still so many of these words that we tell ourselves because of what we believe. So even when it comes to the point of, okay, I want to lose weight because I really need to be healthy, I still know if I gain weight, there are some people that actually are underweight, but because they feel, oh, once they gain a little weight, and people see them and tell them, oh, you're looking so fat, what are you doing? Like literally, just recently, prior to shooting this video, recently, let's say some weeks ago, someone told me, comparing me with someone close to me, looked at the person close to me and said, you've gotten so big, so fat, and turned to me and said, you've refused to get fat. Like, I was shocked. What are you expecting? The way she put it, or the person put it, was, you've refused to get fat. Like, there was an agreement that there was something I was supposed to be doing, or I was being given to get fat, and I am supposed to get. I mean, it was the discrepancy between telling someone just a few seconds earlier you're so fat, and turning to me and saying so these are things that has happened over time. You may not be hearing them now, but because it has happened over time, you're now telling yourself those things. Another problem is, cognitive distortions. That personalization. Once you eat, it gets, these are things that actually affect people, and then it gets to the point where they have eating disorders. You have cravings, and then you eat, and because you feel someone is going to judge you, you go and try to vomit it out. Or these are things that believes how your internal system, how your mind, your emotions are affecting you and are causing or propagating what is going on, or encouraging what is going on with your weight loss program. Please, I encourage you. You can book a session, we can talk through it, and I would give you a guideline, on how to love yourself. Self-compassion. It gets to the point where we are so compassionate with other people and we are not with ourselves. Like, when we see others, well, we are like, oh, I know you could have done better, but we don't treat ourselves the same way. Love yourself, not from the place of staying comfortable with where you are. If you see my videos, a lot of times I tell you, my goal this year is to become a better version of myself every day, not to remain stagnant in every aspect of my life. Every day, just a little compounding effect, just a little progress, a little better than where I was. But I still do it from a place of love, because in this place, I'm just going to be telling you how your declarations and affirmations work. So if you want to set your goal, or you want to talk about your weight loss, for an example, it could be a goal. I am happy and grateful now that I am, because we want to inspire positive emotions around your weight, around your body. So you see how you've checked, you've seen what emotions may have been affecting you, and there are books that help you deal with that, and I can recommend them. You could just send us a mail or chat with us on our WhatsApp page, and we'll join the community and we'll recommend some of those books for you, that can deal with those emotions. But we want to build positive emotions when it has to do with your body. So one way you can set your weight loss goal is, let's say you want to lose 20 kg and you want to move from 20 pounds or 20 kg, whichever one. You want to move from 120 to 100 kg, for an example, and you say, I'm happy and grateful now that I have, it's a goal, But we're setting it in the present continuous because we're looking at where we have our ideal self, where we're going, the what, right? And we say, okay, I want to become that person that is that thing. I want to build emotions, belief system around this, and positive energy when it has to do with this. Because there are times we talk about emotion, about weight loss, and a lot of people cringe and fast say, I never lose weight. I never, and we're so negative about the whole process. And guess what? The more you give out those negative energy, that's what comes to you. So you say, I'm happy and grateful now that I am a normal weight, have a normal body mass index. Or I'm happy and grateful now that I have lost 20 kg, I am now 100 kg. Or I'm happy and grateful that I am now 100 kg. Now you begin to declare, you begin to confess, you begin to affirm yourself. I love myself. I love the way I look. I am not comfortable with it completely right now, but I love the woman I am becoming. I love the man I am becoming. I love the boy I am becoming. I love the girl I am becoming. I am transiting to a better version of myself daily. These are affirmations that can help you love yourself now. Of course, remember I said these things did not happen at once. Your beliefs have affected your actions, that have formed the habits that have inspired your identity. So when you are going through the process again, remember it didn't happen overnight. This is a compounding effect. But when you keep telling yourself these were things I did for myself. I started from a place of self-love. I needed to accept myself first and then affirm myself. Speak to myself what I want. We call it reparenting your inner child. Speak to myself what I would have wanted to hear. Tell myself what I really need to hear to be nourished, to be emotionally nourished, to see a positive part of myself. And then I can now begin to declare it and say it. This is what I want to be. This is the goal I've set for myself. This is where I see myself at. And it's like I've cast a vision, the what. And I keep talking about that vision. I keep talking about where I am, what I am doing. I tell myself sometimes, I say, like literally there was a period, I joined a community, and we were having a water fast. It was like a water detox. It was just a detox program. It wasn't necessarily prayer, but you could incorporate that into the whole thing. And one of the things that it helped me do, I told myself, I said, you're going to do this. The first day, that's taking water and fruits later and breaking gently for 3 days. It was a 3-day detox. Before I started, I felt pumped, I felt energized, and when I started, I was cranky. It was like all hell was breaking me. Like, what is this? My whole body wanted to act up. But I reminded myself, I said, no, relax. I'm doing this for your good. I'm doing this so that you will cooperate with me. So you must cooperate with me. I was talking to my body. I literally told my body to align, to make sure that it understands that what I am doing is to help us to be able to be healthier and stronger. This, a declaration that I tell my children, this is going to help you bigger, stronger, healthier, because that was our goal for that period. So we kept saying it, bigger, stronger, healthier, bigger, stronger, healthier, because that was what we were working on. So I had to tell my body, and after a couple of hours, it was like all the headache, the crankiness, everything relaxed. Of course, you were going to feel weak because the body is actively working to remove toxins from your system. You need to watch my video, the live I had session, and there will be more of that with Dr. Daki Ikotonye. You can see that in the comment section. Your food and mood. It was a food and mood webinar, and the body is actively working to extract toxins from your system. So you're going to feel weak, you're going to feel tired, but remember, it is the why that keeps you motivated, and then your belief system and your confession, your declaration, and what you choose to keep around you. These are the things that are going to keep you going even through those very difficult periods when it feels like your body is revolting against you. After a while, it just calms down and it just stops, because you have broken through that threshold of pain and you've entered to the threshold of discipline. I always encourage that every one of us should stick with the discipline of the process and not just the motivation. The motivation is like that kinetic energy that gets you going, but the potential energy is now going to demand you to tap into it consistently, pulling on it to keep you going through the process. Through this all, I want to just encourage you and remind you that you've got this. You can do this. It may be hard at first, it may be difficult, but you can do this. And if there is anybody that is rooting for you, or if there's no one rooting for you, or you're looking for someone that is rooting for you, I am your number one fan. I remain Ebere Chukwuona, your mental health bestie. Thank you. Drop your comments, drop your questions. If you have need of anyone to reach out to you personally or where you are, go ahead and do that. I'm available for you. Thank you for staying tuned through this session.
I know this video has been of help to you. Encourage us by clicking the like button. Also share with your loved one and click the notification bell. Subscribe for more info.